Warning! The anime egotists have opinions about stuff and other stuff. Please understand this while watching the video and know that no opinion is a fact, not even yours. So please enjoy the video. Or don't.
Hello everyone, I am Sophia Ring, SP Saturn the 7th, and you are watching Anime Egotists. Enjoy!
And welcome to the greatest anime channel of yesterday, the Anime Egotists, where no one wants an anime with our backstories.
They're not fun.
No, they're not. It's just college, and they don't make college anime. Well, they do, but it's not as fun as high school. But anyways, enough about our sad lives. You got me, Foster, and I'm joined by my co-host, who doesn't have his own theme song yet.
Oh God, what does that mean?
I don't know.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Well, anyway, I'm Williamson.
That's right. And if you know us, you know we love anime music. Japanese, English, we just love it.
Yeah, and especially the openings. They get you hyped. They make you want to watch the show. I mean, I know people who've watched bad shows just because they like the intro.
Oh, that's something else we could talk about. Shows that we don't like with good openings, but that's another point for another day. But not every opening can have the awesomeness that is Yo Ho Ho, he took a bite of gum gum. In fact, even though anime comes from Japan, you'd think there wouldn't be that many bad Japanese anime openings. I wish I could tell you were right, but there are quite a few out there that either don't fit the tone of the show in a bad way, the song just isn't very good, or just a plethora of other reasons that we don't particularly care for them.
Yeah, I mean, as we said in our previous video where we went over the English dub, I mean, these openings, it could be that they're just not right for this show. It could be that it's a good song, but not a good opening song, or it could just be that it's a bad song, or unfortunately just performed poorly.
Yeah. And don't worry, we're not completely negative. We've made lists before on anime openings that we love, both Japanese and English. But when you look at the best of something, I also like to look at the worst of something so I can appreciate the best that much more.
Yeah, and again, it's time that we go over our least favorite / the worst Japanese openings that we can think of.
And keep in mind, all of these people are far more talented than we are.
Mm-hmm. And again, this could just be that they had a bad day when they recorded this song. It could be that the song it wasn't right for this person. We just don't know. In our opinion, these just don't perform like they should.
Speaking of people who can't perform like they should, check us out on Saturday of Pokemon Day when we talk about what in the world happened on Pokemon Day. That awful, dreadful day. Or it could be an amazing or it's just something in between. Like, we don't know yet.
It mostly is, yeah.
Yeah, it's we like Pokemon. We're positive about it. But anyways, I started this off last time, so why don't you start us off this time?
All right, so I'm going to start off with the Naruto Shippuden opening 11, which is Toseki Rock.
Okay.
I did not remember that this one even existed.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, so when I went back and watched it, this one takes place towards the beginning of the war arc, or war saga. And there's really not much to it. It's just kind of there. I mean, it's... How to best put this? Besides just not remembering it, it's very different from a lot of Naruto openings. It has still kind of a rock song like most of Naruto's openings were, but it's sung in a very gravelly voice, which is really weird for them.
Is this the one that Rock Lee and Guy are like have a focus in or something like that?
I don't really remember. I got it up. I can play it through. Let me mute it.
I was about to say, you got to be careful because copyright.
Yeah, so just looking through it, most of it starts out with them zooming in on all the friends, and then Naruto busts through the Hokage heads.
Oh, Lord.
And it's just... there's nothing really to this one. Uh, I just don't remember it. All the other ones they had a focus. Even like the one that you went over on our worst. Or no, no, never mind. I don't think I. Or maybe it was on your best. I don't remember. But there's one that they focused on all of the friends. I think I don't remember, and that's usually how they do it. But they didn't do that here. It's just everybody's grouped together. And again, I guess it's the changing time kind of thing. But it's
I know what you meant, Haruka Kanta, because I talked about how cool it was, how it wasn't just Naruto, Sasuke in them. It actually showed everybody else and some of their fighting abilities and everything like that.
yeah. So this one's kind of the opposite. They go too far. Naruto's in it, but then it's just zoomed out of the battles. They don't let the main characters shine.
Yeah, okay.
And then this is the one that ends with them tossing Naruto up into the air.
I swear, one of them should have called him and hit him with an RKO, but I guess that wouldn't be very sporting.
So sorry if that one sounded a little less prepared. I just don't remember this one. So that's
no, it's fine. It's fine. And I guess can I move on to my one?
Go right ahead.
Okay, so another Naruto opening, but this is just regular Naruto, not Shippuden or anything like that. And I'm sorry, I can't stand this opening. The third Japanese opening, turning sadness into kindness by little. This, I don't know what direction they were giving this woman, but she immediately kind of starts off it by screaming the lyrics at you. That can work, but the song is so mellow. Oh, you'd think it would create a kind of cool contrast, but no, it just kind of turns me off to both the music and the lyrics. I don't know. This wasn't like, admittedly, when I first heard this song, I didn't even know it existed because when we were watching it in America, we didn't get a third necessarily that as the third opening. We had that. I'm not even sure if I could call it an English song because there were like 3 lyrics. We had that for like the first 2 parts, and then the third part is like what I talked about. What the third song or third opening was Haruka Kanta, and then we moved on to all the other stuff like in Japan. But this song just it just doesn't work. It feels very sad, which I can understand because it's right around the time of the Sound Leaf War. But it does not get me excited. It does not get me worrisome. It annoys me. Hey, fortunately, Fighting Dreamers or Go was right after this, and that's I will never touch that song. That song is fantastic.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure that one was on our top list specifically. I think it was on mine.
But yes, I'm not a fan of this song. I know a lot of people like it, but I also know a lot of people don't like it. So it's one of the more controversial picks.
Yeah, I can understand, and I do enjoy it thinking back on it, but I can also, yeah, I agree though that it's not. Unfortunately, it's not sung to the best of her ability. I think if they had redone it where she's not shouting, she's singing it, it would have been better probably.
Yeah, not to mention Little by Little has done other Naruto stuff and it's been much better. But anyways, that's me. What's your next one?
So my next one is from a smaller anime and it is Share the Light by Run Girls Run for Assassin's Pride.
Ah.
This one I just kind of I don't really like this one. I kind of watched this anime despite not liking this opening. It's very happy, but a lot of this anime has some dark theming. I mean, it still has some happy moments. Again, it follows some. I guess I always forget how old they are. I'm guessing they're relatively young girls training to be magic users. But so the opening can be a little bit happy for that. But I mean, it's literally from what I remember, she's being trained, and if she doesn't succeed, her master's pretty much there to kill her if she doesn't succeed. And it's happy but dark, and in my opinion, it just doesn't quite fit the anime. Again, this one's very much in my opinion. I know a lot of people do like this one.
Unfortunately, I know nothing about this show, so I guess I guess I just have to let you have that one. I'm sorry, I don't have anything for that.
In my opinion, this would feel very much more akin with something like um, that was more magical girl or something. And while there is these girls do have magic, it's not all the main focus of this series. So
Yeah, I guess. Sure, I guess you're right. Anyways, my next one.
go right ahead.
Okay, I put this relatively low on the list because I have grown a little bit to like this song, but this is one of those instances where I can say I preferred the English theme far more. And that's the first opening to Blue Dragon, Friend by Keita Tachibana. I'm really disappointed in myself that I didn't put the first Blue Dragon opening in English, well, the only opening they had in English. I'm really disappointed in myself that I didn't have that song on our best English opening list. Because it's a really cool song and it gets you really hyped up for what's happening. This song doesn't really do that. If it was like the ending of it was if it was played at like the ending credits, then maybe I'd see something, or maybe like just after a long fight, it's just one of those songs that just plays in the background, maybe. But as an opening, it doesn't get you all that excited. It's not a bad song per se, but I don't know. It made the show a lot sadder than it kind of tried to portray. And this show, while it did have some dark moments, it was largely comedic.
Okay, I'll guess I'll co-sign on that one. I just
Yeah, but
don't really know much.
it's very very low on my list because it has grown on me.
Okay. So my next one is the second opening for Boruto. I just, how to put this? Boruto has had its issue that, and I guess I can kind of see where they're going or where they were going at least at the start. That we've got pretty much Naruto brought peace to the world. They don't need to be uh, warriors all the time and going on all these super dangerous missions. However, they went almost to the point, especially in these first few series. They had their classmates trying to kill them, and but the openings are very lighthearted kind of feeling. And unfortunately, while Naruto has had those moments, it still should have been more action oriented. And I think a lot of the more rock like songs that they used towards the beginning of Naruto and even pretty much spread throughout were a lot better. And if I wish that they had continued kind of in that frame where maybe the world isn't 100% better. Naruto did save it, but there's still issues. And I know that they're still fighting, but God, I wish that they had done a better job, at least at the beginning. I would have probably continued watching if they had done more.
Yeah, I was about to say, let's not act like the openings are the where Boruto. I mean, the openings need work, but yeah, but like there's a lot. And the thing is, I guess and this has more to do with Boruto openings as a whole, as opposed to that specific one, which I do co-sign on to. But it seems like they're trying way too hard to be like, hey, remember that one opening from Naruto? Yeah, let's just do that exact same visual and everything, but for the Boruto characters. It feels because they're trying to recapture the magic, but you shouldn't have to who force us to recapture the magic. You should just do that by just good, decent, interesting storytelling, and don't rip off the openings that you yourself have already done. I don't know. It bothers me. It doesn't mean the songs are necessarily bad, but I don't like that. The visuals upset me.
Yeah, and I think my main issue is that I came into this in the mindset, okay, we're kind of starting over with Boruto, but that'll be the same thing. And when we didn't quite get that, like where there were several more fun arcs, more lighthearted arcs, at the start it delayed stuff. I mean, the first episode, Naruto almost kills a guy. Or the first few episodes, I don't remember if it's the first episode that he does it, but
yeah.
And then this, they spend like half the first arcs delivering mail.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think a lot of this, my dislike of these openings, especially the first two, because those were really the only ones I fully watched, were come from the fact that there's not much happens. They get to the graduation ceremony, and that's about it.
Yeah,
There's one I kind of enjoyed the missed field trip arc, but that's still kind of iffy because they're all not even Genin, and these are supposed to be tuning, I think, at least. So
yeah. But I'd like to think that Boruto's looking up right now. So for you in particular, sir, no need to get foxy about it.
okay, I guess I'll give it a shot and just skip the openings.
I was about to say, do you understand my reference when I say that?
Nine-tailed fox, maybe. I have no idea.
Ah, perhaps. But then again, you might hate and think, who gives a fox?
Oh, great! He's turning into a pun master.
Yes, but you know what's not you know what opening isn't mastery?
Go right ahead.
I didn't want to say this because it's such a popular song, but I can't stand this song. The Berserk opening, Tell Me Why, by Pen Pals. First of all, I like Pen Pals. I like a good amount of the stuff they do. They do. I I don't I don't know. I don't like the first of all, the guitar at the beginning and just the music. I don't think I'm not going to say it doesn't necessarily work, but I'm just not a fan of the tone of it. It sounds almost. We talk about voices being gravelly. It almost sounds like the what's it called? The guitar itself is very gravelly. I don't know. There's something about it that I'm not a fan of, and the lyrics are just kind of laughable. Put your glasses on. Nothing will be wrong. Like, is that all it takes? You just have to put your glasses on, and everything will be fine. I mean, I don't know. The lyrics don't really work for me. The music's not all that good. It's still better than Bleach 2016, but that's not saying much. That ain't saying a whole lot.
Yeah, yeah. I remember when you first showed me this because I had never really watched Berserk, and yeah, it's the lyrics are the kind of I think the real issue with this song. I mean, I think if they had better lyrics, maybe it would be a little bit better. It just kind of depends, I guess, on your point of view with this song.
Yeah, it's certainly not my cup of tea. But then again, we could say that about all the openings on this list.
True. All right, so my next one is One Piece opening 10, Share the World.
I believe I know this one.
This one is takes place at the end of part one, pretty much, or the beginning of the end of part one. So it's the pretty much through. Okay, spoiler alert before I say anything else, in case you somehow have managed to miss One Piece for the last 10 years. This is the beginning of the saga that ends in Ace's death.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure this, so from what I read somewhere, this is like the 10-year anniversary or something for One Piece at this time. And so it's supposed to be a celebration. But this arc is very dark. And again, it ends with one of our main character's brother dying. It's full of spoilers for the series throughout.
I was about to say that's a lot of anime nowadays, though.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is something I've noticed a lot with visuals. They now spoil a lot, which is really disappointing.
Yeah. Black Clover is pretty guilty of doing this, but the openings are so fire. I don't even care.
Yeah, and again, as I said, it's a very happy song, and I think if I remember what I was reading, it's supposed to celebrate the. Let me see. Yeah, I think it's supposed to. Yeah, it's celebrating the 10-year, or yeah, the 10 animation anniversary of the crew and all that, and for this arc, I could have seen them going a little bit darker. I mean, One Piece always had some very happy themes, but this just kind of didn't fit where we were going at this point in the story.
Yeah, I've listened to this opening. I don't like the tempo of it. It doesn't fit One Piece. Yeah, seems it kind of ironic coming from the person who openly celebrates the One Piece rap. yeah, me saying, "Oh, this doesn't fit One Piece." I know, but still, it doesn't. It doesn't work. It doesn't work for me, especially with actually we're talking about one of the deaths of the most beloved, most well known characters in it.
Hmm. And at least with the One Piece rap, I can understand why people think that it's so bad it's good. And so this, it just, I just don't like.
Yeah, but yes, I completely agree. Okay, so my next one.
Do you have any? Oh yes, what you have yours, and then it's
Yeah,
honorable
because
mentions.
you went first. Okay. Hey, now what? Once again, these aren't necessarily in any order, so I wouldn't say any of these are the worst. It's just ones that I just really don't like. The "Kill Me Baby" theme, which is called "Kill Me No Baby" by Chinatsu Akasaki and Masumi Tamura. I apologize if I butchered those names. First of all, I'm not completely against the idea of voice actors. What's happening to you?
My computer was flashing. I don't know what was going on.
All right, all right.
I think
Everything
we're
good?
okay. Yeah, I
Okay,
mean, it's
all
still
right.
recording. Everything looks fine.
Okay, good. But so look, I'm not against the idea of voice actresses or voice actors in anime singing the openings to their shows. I'm not necessarily against that, but I do not like the style of this. It does it I admittedly it kind of fits with the show, but it's kind of like a polka themed with I don't know, it's kind of it's polka themed. Like it's I don't really know how to explain it, but I this it's not necessarily it doesn't fit. It's more of I don't really like it. I don't like the style it goes in, and I wouldn't say it's like just the right amount of happy, but at the same time, the lyrics just don't really the lyrics don't really grab me. I don't find it that enjoyable to listen to. I don't know. It's kind of a mess all around. There's not a specific reason. It's just an all around sickening feeling.
Yeah, I tend to very much agree. This, just hearing it for a few times because doing research, trying to remember some bad ones, and yeah, that one is not great. That
Yeah,
is for sure.
plus, how weird of a show? How weird of a title is that? Like, hey, hey, son, what are you doing? I'm watching anime. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I'm watching Kill Me Baby. What?
Yeah, it's. I always picture that meme where the mom's like, "Oh yeah, the son's playing blah blah blah." And it's a video game that has a very sad ending, or watching something that's very sad, and he's about to hang himself, and the dad's like, "Oh no!" and he runs out to save his son.
Oh goodness gracious! I
Yeah,
was about to say the set. I was about to say. Hey, then again, I don't know. Anime's weird. Anime's weird, dude.
yeah,
But I don't know. Japanese polka does not sit with me. If there are some good Japanese polka songs, please let me know. I will happily give them. Actually, no, don't. You can send them to me, but I'm not going to promise Jack.
yeah. So, all right. So now we're on to our honorable mentions. So this one might be kind of cheating, just because it's not a specific one, but oh my god, so many animes get this, and that one is kind of that one's got certain elements of Kill Me Baby has certain elements of what I'm gonna say, and that's the very loud, sometimes out of tune J-pop openings that seem to happen a lot with lesser known anime. Uh,
You're going to have to provide a couple of examples for our audience.
One of the really good ones that I could think of is the Spiral opening. It's Kibo How, I think is how it's pronounced, by Strawberry Jam. It's unfortunately this one is very much, it's got some very loud parts to it, and then the singer, I think it's hard to tell, but I think she has some talent, but unfortunately she struggles in this song. And it's just there's so much J-pop, and they and a lot of these, especially lesser known animes, seem to get this is what you get kind of thing, and it can mess things up.
Yeah,
So
I just listened to like a quick snippet of it. It was, I think it was okay, but I do kind of understand where you think. I think but in your defense, I think my tolerance for that might be a little bit higher than yours.
Yeah, as I've stated before, I like the more J rock, I guess is what you would call it.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, that's the term.
where so that's where I like those openings. I mean, a lot of Flow does amazing work. So unfortunately, I've heard some that are just like I just don't like, and unfortunately, that I've turned off a few anime because the opening was just not to my liking, and decided to go find something else when I was trying to find something.
Yeah, I guess I can. I can understand. I don't necessarily agree, but I understand where you're coming from.
All right.
So, are we done? Can we go
Do you have
home?
an? No, you have your honorable mention, don't you?
I do. In all honesty, I might. You know what? I'm gonna pull. I'm gonna pull for the first time ever. I'm gonna switch my honorable mention and my last pick on air. I'm gonna switch them because I can't. I can't live with the fact that that my actual honorable mention would be an honorable mention and not the thing I go off on the most. Because I want to rant at the end.
Okay.
Okay, so Squid Girl, you're safe. You are my honorable mention. Squid Girl, oh good lord, Shinryaku no Susume by Ultra Prism. This opening fits with the show. That I will give it 1,000% credit for that. It fits with the show, but I don't like the song very much. And it's not, and the song itself is only okay. It's not that good, but whatever. But to me, it's the visuals because it throws a bunch of cliches and random stuff into the mix that doesn't really work. It feels like too much. Like I guess, for example, Bobo did a really good job of mixing like just a little bit of action and comedic stuff with a few random references here and there into the opening. Squid Girl is just reference. Hey look, a girl pointing her butt out. Hey look, a girl with a piece of toast in her mouth. A girl who's jacked. Like it's chaotic, and in a sense that could work, so that's why it's only an honorable mention. But I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't sit well with me. But once again, it's only an honorable mention.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand it's very high paced. That is for sure.
Yeah, it feels like an anime opening, but just with a little side of cocaine.
Yeah, so it definitely works for the anime it's on. And I think that makes it a
Yeah,
good honorable mention.
yeah,
If it was anywhere else, it wouldn't work.
yeah. I feel like if I were to just sit down and watch the show, oh, I would like put it this way: if I was to sit down and watch the show with other people and they were all like singing the opening, I feel like I would be at least just find a way to live with it. But this isn't a song that I would be. This isn't a song that I would put on my phone in our for our NXT road trips. Like that seems like we're just torturing all of us.
Yeah, probably.
That would make me want to crash the car before we got there.
Yeah, I'm surprised that never happened.
Oh, trust me, I tried to a couple of times, but you apparently we had to get there alive.
If I ever tell you that again, just ignore me and drive off the cliff.
I'll be sure to do that. But before we get sad on each other, what's your last one? Since that's all the honorable mentions I had.
All right, so this one I might get some flack for. I just do not like this song, and that's the Rock City Boy, which was one of Fairy Tale's openings.
Oh, oh dear God.
I just personally just don't like this one. It's very different from a lot of Fairy Tale's openings, which have kind of a magic kind of theme to it. Like it's hard to describe. It's that there's some under themes that are or undertones that are very much like what you would hear for um like in a live movie that would be magic, and I think he's listening to that song now. So what do you think?
Well, it wasn't what I was expecting.
Yeah, I know. Normally, I would really, I think, like the song. It's just for by comparison to the others and the way I always view openings. I want it to feel. I want to feel the tone of the show before I watch. So if I don't like the opening, a lot of times I don't like the show. And this
You,
one, if this had been the first one, I may never have watched Fairy Tale.
you know, it's kind of ironic. It's kind of the flip for me. Like I could utterly despise the show, but I could think to myself, "Damn, this opening is awesome."
And I teach his own. I think is
Yeah.
it's how you discover anime.
Well, to each his own. To each his own should really be like the forefront for all of these lists before people take it out of hand. But
That
whatever.
is very true.
Well, whatever.
But I do know that this is a very popular opening for a lot of people. People do really like this one.
Yeah. Okay. So, are we ready to wrap this up? Do you want to do the outro?
I think there's one more.
Fine. You want me to do the outro? It feels like I always do the outro, but I guess I can. So, guys, what did you think?
Go ahead and do your next one. Your final one. What is the one that you switched?
I hate you. I really do want to say that. I want to say that I hate you. I hate you for reminding me. I hate the fact that this song, that I forgot to put this song from this awful, dreadful, garbage show on my list. Cause I've said before that I don't whatever, I'll just say it. I will just say it. No, shut up. Innocent Blue by Device High, the opening to the anime School Days. I've talked before about the show Daily Lives of High School Boys. And I've talked about how I really like that opening as a song. And while it doesn't fit for the show, that's kind of the point. It's supposed to throw you off. It's supposed to give you this kind of melodramatic, somewhat serious song for this wacky, goofy show because the ending of the show, the ending song, more than makes up for it. School Days isn't supposed to be funny per se, so the fact that they had an opening that was happy and cheery for a dark, sadistic, boring show does not sit well for me. It feels like they were trying to trick the audience, which is something you can do if the show's supposed to be comedic, but the show wasn't necessarily trying to be comedic. The show was trying to do a bunch of things and failed miserably. We can talk about School Days all day long. I will gladly review that garbage, disgusting, horrid abomination of a show, but the opening itself does not work. It doesn't work. Oddly enough, the song in the spoiler alert 5, 4, 3, 2, the song when one of the girls kills Makoto, that song works a lot more as an opening than the opening we have. It's not a good song. It doesn't fit. School Days just. I'd rather be. I'd rather. No. No.
I think he's broken. But from what I remember, having only watched one or two episodes, and
I tried to tell you not to watch it, and you didn't listen.
Yes, that is very true. Yeah, it's maybe we need to go back and rewatch the entire show, but from the standpoint that we're watching it as a comedy.
I don't know if that works because here's the thing: people tell me, "Oh, it's so bad, it's good," but I'm like, "No, it's not though. It's not. It's one that." Here's the thing: it's a show that's so bad, but it's not bad because of. It's just boring. That's the thing. It's so boring, and the song itself isn't even all that special, one way or the other. But like I said, it doesn't fit. It's not that good of a song. And I really would love to sit down and talk with the person who thought, why this song? Why this song? What's up? What?
I mean, they've already come out and said that because it's based on a game, that the ending of the anime is like the worst ending you can get in the game. So, which is so weird because most of the time when they adapt games like that, into anime, they do the best ending or a fan favorite ending, not the worst. So it's really all the choices made with School Days is just kind of weird.
Yeah, like why this song? Why make these characters so despicable without making them interesting? Why make the show in the first place? Why would we put so many people through this? Like, let's just no. It's just well, like I said, this list wasn't in any particular order, but I really just wanted to rant on this opening, the song, life in general.
Yeah, I mean, again, a lot of these, when it comes to not liking anime openings, they're a lot of it's opinionated because I know a lot of people do like J-pop. It's just not for me. So a lot of mine are J-pop songs. It's my opinion. If you disagree, as we say, you're wrong because it's my opinion.
Yeah, but you, I think I've you successfully broke me. So congratulations, you get to do the outro this time.
All right. So leave your comments down in the comments below about what you want, or what would be your least favorite Japanese openings. Which ones do you disagree with? Which ones do you agree with? Um, do you have any recommendations for even worse anime that we could watch?
And let us know if you want to do the best and worst Japanese endings, because I know for a fact I have several for both. Williamson maybe not as much, but I'm sure we could talk him. I'm sure we could talk him into it.
Would have to find a lot and listen to a lot of songs because I haven't listened to a lot of endings in a long time.
Yeah, and I would have like 3 or 4 for English, but that's a we'd have to really we'd have to really search out for that one. So just just let us know or something.
This has been Williamson,
And a very depressed Foster.
and you've been watching the Anime Egotists, where if you disagree, you're wrong.
Life sucks, and then you die.